Hi, this is Burns Hargis with another edition of Inside OSU, and today we are in a very interesting part of our campus. We're here at Insect Adventure, and this is all part of our entomology and plant pathology department, and we're going to learn a lot more about these creepy, crawly little creatures and how important they are to our lives. I'd like to bring in Phil Mulder, who is the head of the entomology and plant pathology department. Phil, thank you for having us out.
It's my pleasure.
Who's your friend here?
Well, this is one of our residents. This is a walking stick from Australia, native to Australia.
You would really think that's a leaf or something, or
yeah, and that's what they try to
leaf.
do. That's what they try to do, is mimic leaves or sticks.
Well, tell us about the entomology and plant pathology department here.
Well, and we have a dual program, entomology and plant pathology. Our undergraduate program is primarily in entomology. We don't have an undergraduate program in plant pathology, but we have a graduate program in both areas.
For the layman, and that certainly includes yours truly, define entomology.
Entomology is the study of insects.
Okay, so
and
we're in the right spot.
Yeah, but we also study other arthropods, like ticks and spiders and things of that nature. So
I see.
A little bit of everything.
Well, tell us a little bit about why is this an important area? I mean, how did this happen? I understand this is really the only exhibit in the state.
Well, actually, we're one of only 16 universities in the nation that has an undergraduate major in entomology. So we're very unique in that regard.
What happens to our graduates? Where do they go to work?
Well, there's a lot of opportunities for graduates in industry. There's opportunities in education. There's just a ton of opportunities within any of those areas.
How many students do you have?
Right now in the undergraduate entomology program, we have 24 students, and we're growing.
Now, I assume you take this, you show these exhibits all over the state?
Yeah, they go all over the state. And right. It's kind of a mobile program, if you will. And we have a bus out there that helps to transport these insects. And I think we actually had the first compressed natural gas vehicle on campus.
Well, good. Well, we're going to talk to some more of the folks here at the Insect Adventure. Well, here I am with Andrina Schufran, who, what's your job here?
I'm the coordinator for the Insect Adventure, so I try and organize all the programs that we do, all the presentations throughout the state, and we actually make contact with 300,000 Oklahomans a year through this program.
Now, I've got this bug on me. Actually, this was a female, right?
Yes.
What is it, a female?
Walking stick.
Yeah, who seems to be a bit fickle because she was crawling around on Phil just a minute ago.
She likes boys.
Yeah, she's getting up kind of close here. Why are bugs important?
They are the largest group of animals on the entire planet. 95% of all animals are some kind of arthropod, some kind of bug. So they pollinate our plants to help make seeds. They make 2 out of 3 bites of food that we put in our mouth. They make the soil rich. They recycle all the dead bodies and poop that happens out there in the world. Without insects, our planet wouldn't be any place that we could possibly live.
How did you get interested in this?
I actually have a parent who's an entomologist. So I grew up with all of this hands-on all the time.
How's Mildred doing here?
She's doing awesome.
Okay, good.
She's resting. She's hiding out. So
okay.
I never got the fear. No one ever told me, don't touch that. Everyone said, ooh, look at this.
Did your dad have a bunch of bugs around all
We
the
did.
time?
We had maggots and stuff in the refrigerator, and we went out every night and looked at the bugs.
For a midnight snack, you had to really pay attention.
Yeah, we do that when we do summer camp. We actually do stir-fried mealworms with the kids, and they all just chow them down. They're very tasty. It tastes just like French fries.
Tastes like chicken?
Tastes like French fries.
Oh, French fries, okay. Well, great. Well, show us some of your residents here. And Mildred is coming on up, isn't she?
We'd be glad to show you some of our creatures.
Okay, let's go have a look.
Okay.
I'm here with, obviously, some students. We have Xandra Robideau, who's from Katy, Texas, just west of Houston. And you're a sophomore, right?
Yes, sir.
Majoring in entomology?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and Cade Morris, who's from Tulsa, Holland Hall. And you're, are you majoring in entomology? Yes. Okay, that's great. And then we have Andrea Stacy, who is a master's, working on her master's here in entomology. Yeah. And we are in front of kind of a bug condominium here. We have a lot of interesting creatures. Look at this right here. These are roaches. Well, you could saddle these things. What good are roaches?
Well, Madagascar hissing cockroaches, just like all roaches, do a lot for the environment. They're the custodians, you should say.
Well, and then I see you got this. Come here, buddy. Come here. Look at this. What is this?
That is an African scorpion.
African scorpion. Well,
Yes.
isn't he kind of dangerous?
No, actually, most of the things that you think are dangerous are just used in movies because they're really big and scary looking. But in reality, those guys are pretty harmless. They're
Speaking
venom.
of that, you've got one of the most feared things
Yes,
on the face of the earth.
This is a Chilean rose-haired tarantula. They're actually quite gentle. Their venom is very mild. So if you
I thought everybody's so afraid of tarantulas because
well, like I said, they're used in movies to scare people.
but they're not that scary.
No, they're really not.
Would
They're
they make a good pet?
Yes, probably they would. There are a few species that are a little bit more aggressive than these guys, but they do make good pets. They're rather like fuzzy teddy bears with fangs.
Oh my word. So Xandra, how did you get involved in entomology?
Well, I never really thought that I could be working with bugs and arthropods, but as a young girl, instead of playing with Barbies, I was out looking in my backyard under rocks for roaches. When I came to tour OSU, where I was thinking of going to college, I was introduced to a faculty member who's a professor in entomology, and I realized that I had this option, and that's what I really wanted to do.
And you've enjoyed it?
Yes,
You're loving it?
I
What are you going
love
to do?
it.
Are you going to teach it? Or are you
I was thinking about being a professor,
Do I
yes.
seem a little stiff-necked to you? Okay, Kate, how about you? Show us some of these guys
All
that
right.
you got.
Well, you guys are my favorite. These little darkling beetles. You can see them. Yeah, they're real slow-moving and harmless. Yeah.
They do.
Yeah,
They give
what
off
are
they give off an odor in defense.
And what do they do for, do they provide any service to mankind? or
Just
the earth?
mostly feeding and
Recycling of nutrients.
probably recycling. Yeah.
Well, Andrea, you're a master's student, so I assume, are you going to be a professor in this area?
Possibly,
Phil's
maybe.
job?
I don't know if I want Phil's job, but I like research and conservation, so I'm more into aquatic entomology and the things that aquatic insects can do for us. So.
Now, do you have any? You had these fellas here when I first came in.
Yeah,
Tell us about them.
these are African millipedes. They're the largest millipede in the world, and
Oh, Lord.
millipedes are very slow-moving. They like to eat plants. They're
Where's
not
where's
like
the head?
the head's over here. He's
Oh,
actually
okay.
kind of got it curled underneath, and
I
they're
see.
that way because they don't really use their eyes very much. They live in the soil.
Probably a
so-
little shy. Probably.
Yeah.
That well, how did you just come to school to study entomology, or did you study bugs, insects?
Well, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do after my bachelor's, so I worked for a while, and I really like aquatics. And aquatic insects are really important in the ecosystem and breaking down
Right.
food and as a food source for other invertebrates and fish and reptiles. So I just wanted to learn more about it.
I see. Now you're also involved, like a lot of the students, in the outreach program. Mm-hmm. Tell us about that.
We do a lot of outreach every year. We've done the Payne County Audubon Society Nature Day. We've done the Audubon Society Nature Camp. We were a part of the Wildlife Insect Expo this year.
Well, there's just a wonderful assortment of insects here, and it's really a very special place, as you can see, with very special students and special leaders. And I encourage you to come out and see the insect adventure. You'll know you're here when you see the bus with all the bugs on it. It really is very special, and as Phil told us, very unique. So that's another edition of Inside OSU. We're going to stay here and see what these creepy little critters are up to. See you next time.